Alright guys, welcome back to another episode, and today I'm actually going to be showing you how you could play any game that doesn't allow you to use controller, how you can play with controller. And it also works where if you have a wireless controller, you can use that controller wired with the same wire that you use to charge it, but it has to be a USB and not, a wall outlet one. So, go ahead and get started. What you're going to want to do is download Steam, and if you don't already have it installed, go ahead and download it. So Steam, type up Steam, and you see Steam right here. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Steam powered. There we go. Which should be right here. Steam. All you want to do is click install. Install Steam. You guys, just like that. Right there, you're supposed to install Steam. Let me go back. Steam. Yeah, just like that, you're gonna be on Steam, and then let me just reset this so you guys could see. Oh, add it. Transform, which is reset. Then just like that, guys. So once you go ahead and install and make an account, go ahead and launch it on your PC. So I'm gonna actually disconnect my controller, and you just seen Steam reloaded. So what you're gonna want to do is get your controller, make sure it's off, do not turn it on with the buttons or anything, just leave it off. This does work with PlayStation because I'm using a PlayStation controller. Plug the controller in, and the light on the front should light up. So then what you're gonna do is go up to the top and click this big picture mode. Click big picture mode, and it's gonna come back on like that. It's extremely loud, so just recommend you turning down your volume. Right there, that's my account if you guys want to add me on Steam. And then what you're gonna want to do is go to settings, controller settings. Then you're gonna see your controller right here, identify. When you click identify, your controller is gonna actually vibrate. I'm gonna put the mic close to see if you can hear it. Not sure if you guys were able to hear that, but it was doing that. So what you're gonna want to do is click guide buttons for Steam, and then PlayStation configuration support. Click these two if you have, a PlayStation. Leave this one on regardless, and then click Xbox if you're using Xbox, Switch Pro, and so on. So click the controller that you have. You can click preferences, and then right here you can rename your controller. You can turn rumble on and off. So whenever like in GTA and you drive on the sand, whenever you drive on the sand, it's gonna rumble a lot. The way you turn that off is click off, and then right here you're going to be able to turn this up, and then whenever you change this light right here, it's actually going to change on your PlayStation controller. And I'm not sure if it's going to be able to change on your Xbox, but it's going to be able to change on your PlayStation. So I could change it red, which looks pretty good. I could turn all this. All of this does work. So I could turn the light off if I needed to, or if I wanted to, if I don't want my light to burn out. Because if you do have one color, it might burn out. So I just keep it the same color as my, you know, normal thing. And you can go ahead and click the power button and click minimize big picture. Just like that. And then what you're going to want to do is go into FiveM, because this is going to work in FiveM. And it's the best game that I have on my PC right now to explain that it does work on FiveM. So I'm going to go ahead and load up FiveM. And I'll see you guys whenever I'm inside of a server. And by the way, the server I'm actually going to join is Arizona 5PD. If you guys want to join the server, it's a really incredible server. You have modded vehicles, modded cop cars, everything. You actually have LEO and all that on duty most of the time. So I never joined the server. Sometimes you might have this little error. Don't worry about it. Just try to keep rejoining. It's nothing too major to worry about. But I will see you guys whenever I'm loaded up, have my character and vehicle and everything together. So I'll be back in a couple seconds for y'all guys, but a couple minutes for me. Alright guys, so just like that, I'm actually going to be inside the game. with no textures. So I'm actually gonna let those textures load in while I actually get my character. And then the character I'm gonna actually be playing with today is going to be Greg Carson. That's usually the character I always use for this server. So it might take a second to load in. As a matter of fact, since it's gonna take so long to load in, I'm actually gonna go to a different station because it usually don't take this long. It might be taking this long just because I'm, recording. I'm gonna actually go to Sandy Shores. Sandy Shores. Teleport here because this station loads in pretty quick for me. Yep. Like I said, it loads in pretty quick. Loads in pretty quick. I have to make sure I had push to talk to enable to actually make this tutorial. If not, I wouldn't have been able to create the tutorial that I needed to. So we're gonna go up, and I really need to get the right one. Yeah, I have another Greg Larson. Yep. I don't know why he had that headphone on his head. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pay customization. Actually, I'm gonna see you guys whenever I finish. Alright guys, just like that, we're gonna be inside of GTA 5M. And then inside the server I tell you guys that I like to play on, which is Arizona 5PD. And then once you're inside of it, to test out to see if your controller is actually working, you could just go ahead and simply use your controller to see if it works. Which mine works just fine. To run around, I could jump, and just to prove it to you, because I could be using keyboard, you can go right here, and at the bottom you can actually see that it switches over. So whenever I use my controller, you're gonna actually see that I actually have the normal things for the controller, and I'm using controller right here. So I had a webcam, I would be able to show you, but I don't have one, unfortunately. So test out on vehicles. Go ahead and hop on like you would in normal GTA. Put his helmet on just like normal. If I pull down on, so the same key that you would use on a motorcycle to turn the wheel. See? Oh, just got a big lag spike. Big lag spike. So if I drive and if I pull down on that, he does a wheelie. Oh, yeah, he does a wheelie. So you can check it out to see if it works. But I literally just explained how to use it. If you guys did learn something new and did enjoy, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.